What's happening, guys? I'm Dan. Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for being here. Today, I'm diving into craft beer, but from where? It's going to be Italy. Yes, Italy, guys. An Italian amber called the brand Menabrea, which I think I'm pronouncing correctly, but this is the Ambrata. So, I don't know, premium amber beer. This was actually ordered by my buddy, Chris Alper. So, shout out to you, man. You wanted me to review this. I'm going to do that for you today. Thanks for buying that whole case. He wanted the blonde, but this is what came in. We are going to check out the blonde this coming week, so we'll check that out on the channel, maybe the next week, guys. So again, we have an Italian amber, which way out of my comfort zone. I feel like I don't mess with beer like this very often, or I don't even come across it very frequently, but here we are because someone requested it, especially somebody who lives close to me. So here we are, and we're gonna dive the frick into this one, guys. So Ambrata Premium Amber. Don't know a damn thing about this beer, and that's going to be the fun part of this, is that we're just going to investigate as we go. So a little bit of carb as I pop the top. Obviously, this is imported. It's 5% ABV, and we're going to see what kind of amber this is, guys. And I got the awesome Ascension glassware, which I never showcase on the channel because I don't ever get their beer very frequently. But we're going to use this cool beer-style glass today that just looks incredible. Look at that. Beauty, beauty. She has this nice little like caramel amber hue to it. It's definitely on the darker end of the spectrum. There's a nice bit of head retention that's off white, maybe a touch of beige in there, but very unlikely that it has any color besides dark white, if that's a thing. And then again, we have this medium to low carbonation streaming to the top. Who knows how long it's been in this bottle, I guess. A date that I don't know. I'm not reading this date. 01/20/25. I don't know. I don't like codes. I wish they'd just have that, but it's from Italy, man. What do you expect? Don't usually have much from Italy. I mean, Italian Pilsners is kind of what we do, right? So maybe that blonde is very tasty that Chris was looking for. Haven't had that one yet, but we will get an aroma on this guy. Ooh. I mean, it smells like a solid amber. It's got this like caramel toffee complex, a little bit of soft maltiness. It smells a little bit heavier on the nose actually than 5%. It smells deeper, bigger, more bold, like a Bell's amber, but not as hoppy. It smells still light though and refreshing, so it is on that amber lager, the lager end of the spectrum, more than the dark maltiness that you just get absorbed with American beer, right? It's always overload. It's tons of hops. It's just nailing your palate, right? This smells a little bit more light and refreshing to the nostrils even. I mean, it smells good. It really does. Like a little hint of like caramel Dunkin' Donuts going on. Just this nice sweetness coming off the top. I don't know. I'm just making stuff up at this point. Menabrea, Ambrata, La 150. Cheers. I don't know. Cheers. Ooh, weird. It's got like this little bit of like metallic-y taste on the back end, which I'm not fond of. I don't know if that's just because of how long it's in the bottle or the import aspect of this beer. It came a long way, but there's a little bit of like this metallic-y, irony thing on the back end. Let the palate adjust a little bit. So it actually smells a lot more bold on the nose than it comes across on the palate. It's very light. It does have notes of just a dark honey malty complex, but it's light. There's just a little spread across the bread. It's not big. You're not actually taking a chewy bite of that bread. It's just the top layer of that bread. A little bit of biscuity malt, just kind of kissing the palate. A little bit herbally, a little bit floral, but not overdone. It's just got this slight hoppy, spicy complex to it. It's just got this small aspect of a bite that an amber brings to the table. Definitely lighter than your American-style amber. There's no question about it. Because it's not very chewy. It's not dense. It ends very nice and dry, even though there's that honey, malty, caramel sweetness from the front. I mean, it's a good beer. Like, yeah, you're used to having what, Peroni and other beers from Italy. This one's solid, but I mean, obviously we're investigating this by accident. This isn't a beer that I like seeked out or went to find, and someone just, Chris gave me this, and he's like, you know what, you try it, man. It's good. It's not mind-boggling. And again, it's definitely outside of the U.S. standards for an amber. It's going to be way lighter, a lot less chewy, just a lot less body going on in this 5% beer. But that's light, though. 5% is nothing. Sometimes I see ambers that are 5, 6. Shoot, seen some that are 7. You know, I've seen them all up there. With all that being said, it's still a solid beer from Italy, and it's still crisp. Somewhat dry on the back end. Yes, there's a little bit of that sweetness again. I say that honey, doughy, donut, you know, the caramel toffee. Notes of, you know, Vienna lager going on in here. Just, again, a dumbed down version of that. It's lighter. It's less harsh on the palate. Very light. Would I crush more of these? If they were in my fridge, I wouldn't go seek them out. I wouldn't go out of my way. So I'm really interested to see the beer from this company that's the blonde, or you know, the actual lager that we're looking for, that Chris requested. We're gonna investigate that one hopefully next week, guys. But this one, yeah, to me, I don't know, a 3, 4 out of 5. Like it's just not crazy. You know, it's not something like I could seek out over and over again. I have American beer. I'm used to the palate being American. You know, I hate to say that, but this one's a dumbed down version of an amber and some sort of Vienna lager mixture. So that's where I stand today. Thanks for being here, Chris. You the man. Thanks for the beer. I'll see you again. Cheers.